Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry about the sound. I thought I had it on for that first inning. Apparently, I did not. Thank you for letting me know. I've had that problem for 2 games in a row now. I think I know what the problem is and won't let it happen again, but thank you for sticking through it. Jonah Prockett on the mound has been working great. Does have a man on first as that gets hit up down the middle towards center field. That's going to be a base knock, and that's going to put men on first and second. Please let me know if you can hear me now. I think you can. So Jonah Prockett on the mound has been great for the River Bandits. Pitched 7 innings before this game with a 1.28 ERA. 1 game started, 1 save. Got the win in his start with only 5 hits and 1 earned run. That pitch comes home. That's hit hard into right field. Eston Snyder getting under it for out number 1. Man on second is going to tag the throw to third. That's a great throw. Not on the line, though. That's going to slide in safely. Runner's now going to be on first and third.
The left fielder, number 22, Hayden Freeze.
That'll bring up their left fielder, Hayden Freeze. 7th hitter in their lineup. Hayden Freeze in 24 at-bats has a .333 batting average, .486 on-base percentage, 8 hits, 4 singles, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. So he has been one of their better hitters. Men on the corners with 1 out. Thank you, Noel and Sherman. I did mention you early, Noel. I can't wait to throw over to first, not in time. Can't wait to hear or watch your son Max play at the end of this month. So I've got everything situated now. Sorry about that here. Jonah Prockett's pitch is outside for ball 2. Men on the corners, 1 out. Top of the second inning. The first inning was a little bit different for Prockett as he went very fast. Got his first 2 outs and 2 pitches. Looks at the sign, the pitch home. Hit over down the first base side, and that's going to get through for a single, and that's going to bring a run home. OBX is leading 1-0. Men now on first and second with 1 out.
Fielder, number 9, Greer Farr.
Brings up their right fielder, Greer Farr. Greer Farr in 22 at-bats, .273 batting average, and .433 on base percentage, with 6 hits, 4 singles, 2 doubles. He's been great as well. 2 great hitters down in the lineup. Hit over to the short side, over Brandon Phillips' head. It's going to put runners on all the bases. Bases are now loaded with 1 out. Just out of Brandon Phillips' reach.
The catcher, number 14, Jack Ryan.
So Prockett in an early jam. I mentioned earlier that you did not hear Prockett threw 5 innings in his first start for the River Bandits against Wake Forest, and we won that game 11-1. He pitched great that game. 7 innings pitched so far in his season with a 1.28 ERA. Went to Minot State University. Brent Riddle, our center fielder tonight, also at Minot State, so they're teammates. Pitch home is low for ball 1. No one on the bases. Nowhere to go on the bases for Greer Farr. Or Jack Ryan, Big swing and a miss for strike 1. A little discombobulated here to start the game, trying to get that sound ready, so I'm trying to settle in. 1-1 count with 1 out. Bases are loaded for Jonah Prockett on the mound. Pitch home. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. He needs a strikeout here. Take that sac fly out of play. Love a ground ball to shortstop or second. Maybe turn a double play. The 1-2 on their catcher, Jack Ryan, is just outside for ball 2. The 2-2 hit up towards Brandon Phillips at the shortstop side. He's going to catch the pop-up in the infield for out number 2, and that keeps the runners from scoring.
The second baseman, number 2, Riley Finkelstein.
Brings up the bottom of their lineup, Riley Finkelstein, their second baseman, with the bases loaded.
Is it? I gotta try it. Okay.
So big spot for Riley Finkelstein. OBX has a chance to open this game up, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Hits it up center field. That's going to bring home one. Another rounding. The throw is going to be cut off by Jack Nielsen, and that's going to bring 2 runs home. 2 RBI single for Riley Finkelstein.
The designated hitter, number 29, Brantley Cutler.
And that brings us back to the top of the batting order in the second inning. So a much different looking second inning after 2 quick outs and 2 pitches in the first, as Phillips Daniels is going to go talk to Jonah Prockett on the mound.
You're frozen.
We have 2 outs.
Hello? Hey.
So the talk from Phillips Daniels is done. Goes back behind the plate as Jonah Prockett's going to try to get out of this inning. Runners now on first and second to the 2 RBI single from their second baseman, Riley Finkelstein. Prockett looking at second, the pitch home. Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Before the game, opponents were only hitting 185 against Jonah Prockett. He played in the opening night against the Twins, got the save as there's a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Prockett does have a win and a save in his 2 appearances for the River Bandits. See if he can get some run support after a tough second inning. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit towards Brandon Phillips. He's going to bobble it. It's going to go over into center field. That's going to bring another run home. Runners now on the corners. Brandon Phillips with the error brings home another run. 4-0 OBX.
The center fielder, number 12, Cole Mascolo.
Brings up Cole Mascolo in 33 at-bats, 212 batting average, 297 on base percentage, 7 hits, all of those hits singles. Sorry again about the sound in the first inning. Glad it's back now. 2 outs, runners on the corners, the pitch home. It's outside, Phillips Daniels has trouble grabbing it, and that's going to get the runner over to second. Now 2 more runners in scoring position. OBX could open this game up 6-0 with a single here. Here's the pitch home, and he's going to ground it over to Mitch Jones at second base. The throw over to Jack Nielsen in time for out number 3. 4-0 OBX as they open this game up early. We'll see it here in the bottom of the second inning as the River Bandits are going to try their best to respond. Mitch Jones leading off the bottom of the second inning for the River Bandits after he just made the third out over to Jack Nielsen. Pitch home is outside for ball one. OBX Scallywags got 5 hits and 4 runs in the second inning as they open this game up early. River Bandits going to try their best to respond, and there's a ball upstairs above the letters. So a 2-0 count for Mitch Jones. Mitch Jones with a .211 batting average in Tarboro. He swings and pops that up into foul territory towards our dugout. Is there a play? No, there is not. Panjwani runs into our dugout. Looks like he might have hurt his leg running into the dugout.
He's a pitcher, but he ran into the fence.
He's smiling about it. He was really trying to make that out. Mitch Jones in 24 plate. Oh, they're having a meeting out there, making sure he's all right. That definitely wasn't the smartest play from Panjwani, as OBX does not have an unlimited amount of pitchers. He needs to be out there for a while. Speaking of that, Evan Panjwani has 2 starts this season, both of his starts against the River Bandits. That's both of his appearances. 8 innings total. He had 4 in both. Excuse me, only one of them starts, 1 out of the bullpen, but went 4 innings in both of them. And 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts, and a .350 ERA. River Bandits only hitting .219 off of him. So definitely a tough pitcher, not someone you want to go against when you're already down 4-0. Mitch Jones has 4 hits on the single. Be a big hit here if he can get on, and there's a ball outside. Mitch Jones has 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. See if he can add another walk to his resume. Up in the count, 3-1. Here's a pitch home from Panjwani. Is in there for strike 2. Full count here. Mitch Jones trying to start it off. Needs something, some kind of response from the River Bandits. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. Good take from Mitch Jones as that just missed on the outside corner.
The center fielder, number 5, Brent.
Excuse me, we have to mute our mics during the walk-up song, so that's why your sound might be going off. If you're new here, we don't want to get copyrighted. So if it goes muted, it's not your TV, not whatever your device you're using. It's me muting my mic, making sure our YouTube Live stays up for you guys. As Brent Riddle takes the plate, looks at strike 1. Mitch Jones, small lead. As Brent Riddle pops that up over to the right field side. Could be in no man's land. The right fielder gets under it just in foul territory. Greer Farr makes the play. As Mitch Jones slides back into first safely. That'll be out number 1.
Good catcher.
That'll bring up Phillips Daniels, our catcher tonight, as we have 3 solid catchers for the River Bandits. He only has 15 plate appearances, does have a .250 batting average as he looks at strike 1. It's 3 hits, 2 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Getting some playing time here today. Throw back over to first. Mitch Jones walks back in safely. On deck is Keith Gardner. Keith Gardner, our designated hitter tonight. Panjwani's 0-1, and he throws it back over to first, keeping Mitch Jones over there, keeping him on his toes. Panjwani, a lefty pitcher, so he has a great view over at Mitch Jones' lead. Here's the 0-1, and that's upstairs. So a 1-1 count, 1 out. Mitch Jones at first. River Bandits trying to respond. That's outside. Catcher Jack Ryan keeps Mitch Jones over at first. Panjwani working a little bit slower with a runner on the base. 2-1. It's in there, the upper zone. Phillips Daniels looks at strike 2. Need to get the bats hot here, down 4-0. Mitch Jones inching over towards second. Pitch home and a big swing and a miss from Phillips Daniels. Evan Panjwani with another strikeout. Keith Gardner up at the plate, facing Evan Panjwani, a lefty-righty matchup with Mitch Jones at first as he looks at a pitch up in the zone. Throwback from Jack Ryan over their first baseman Max Puckett, not in time. Keith Gardner, our designated hitter, 21 plate appearances on the River Bandits with a 125 batting average. The 1-0, he swings and fouls that off. Keith Gardner has 2 hits on the season, 1 a double, 1 a home run, so he does have some power in him. You'd love to see him just get a base knock opposite field, get a little single, get his groove. He was a great hitter at Coppin State with a 273 batting average this past season, so we know he has it in him. Mitch Jones goes. Ball is outside. The throw is not going to be in time. So second baseman Riley Finkelstein can't grab it. So a stolen base from Mitch Jones. It looked like he wanted to steal there for a long time now. Wanted to steal in the last at bat. Evan Panjwani wasn't giving him any room to. Catches Panjwani sleeping, and the throw from Jack Ryan not in time. Now we have a runner in scoring position. Try to get a run in with Keith Gardner at the plate. Panjwani looking back at second. The pitch home as he hits that hard over to left field. That's going to bring Mitch Jones. Mitch Jones is going to round. The throw home is offline, and that's going to bring a run home. Keith Gardner is going to go to second as that ball gets to the backstop, and Keith Gardner is going to get into second safely, standing up. That's going to be a RBI single and advance on error for Keith Gardner. That brings the score to 4-1.
The right fielder, number 16, Eston Snyder.
That brings up Eston Snyder, our right fielder, in the 9 spot this game. Has 35 plate appearances with a 115 batting average. Keith Gardner at second. He looks at ball 1. On deck is Brandon Phillips, our shortstop. After that, we'll be back at the top of the batting order, J.B. Bell. See if we can get to him with Keith Gardner on second. The 1-0 swung on and popped up. Over into center field, Cole Mascalo is going to make the play for out number 3. Eston Snyder pops up to center field. That'll be the end of the second inning as the River Bandits do score 1 after a Keith Gardner RBI single. We'll see you back here in the top of the third with Jonah Brockett taking on the mound once again. here in Tarboro Municipal Stadium in the top of the third inning. Jonah Brockett on the mound again as he throws in strike number one, facing Alex Uloa, their shortstop. Pitch home is low for ball one. Jonah Brockett with a tougher second inning, as that ball is sharply hit in between Brandon Phillips and Preston Shelton for a base knock to lead off the third inning.
The third baseman, number 11, Aiden Feather.
So now 6 hits, 4 of them coming in the second, 1 in the first, now 1 here in the third to lead it off. Brings up their cleanup hitter, Aiden Feather. Aiden Feather is not a guy you want with a man on. Let's have 6 singles and a double. That ball gets in there for strike one. Jonah Brockett hoping for a ground ball. Make this inning quick like he did the first inning. Pitch home is swung and popped up over towards Jack Nielsen in foul territory, and he's going to make the play for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 10.
That brings up their first baseman, Max Puckett. Big hitter as he hits that over center field side. Is there going to be a play from Brent Riddle? He's going to run and make the play. No throw over to first, but he makes a lot of ground covered. Center fielder Brent Riddle makes a play for out number 2.
ADH number 33, Josh Foltz.
So that's exactly what Brockett does. He doesn't get a ground ball for 2 outs, but he gets 2 pop up and a fly out and 2 quick pitches. So now 2 outs with the man on first. The pitch home inside for ball 1. Josh Folks, their extra hitter. Throw over to first, not in time. Slides back in safely. Josh Folks has 5 hits on the season, 4 singles and a double. Hitting .208 with a .345 on base percentage as that pitch gets in there for strike 1. Clips that outside corner. Brockett starting to find his groove again like he had in the first inning. Looks at the sign from Daniels. The pitch home is low for ball 2. The runner goes. Big swing and a miss. The throw over to second. The tag, not in time. Just gets in there safely. Great tag from Mitch Jones. Hits him in the leg. As Uloa slides in safe. Now a 2-2 count against Josh Folks. Jonah Brockett trying to get the River Bandits bats up at the plate. As he swings and fouls that back out of play. Jonah Brockett going to do the 2-2 pitch once again with 2 outs. Alex Uloa at second base, looking over at second. Mitch Jones running in. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. 2 straight foul balls. So a 2-2 looking over Alex Uloa at second. 2 outs. Here's the pitch home. Fouled back again. Same spot.
That ain't a good spot, man.
3 consecutive foul balls. He's working this at bat on Brockett. Pitch home is outside. Uloa gets back into second safely. Makes it a full count. So Folks has been working a great at bat. It's home and a big swing and a miss on Fulks, and that'll be out number 3 as Jonah Prockett strands a runner on second and gets the River Bandits back at the plate. We'll see you here in the bottom of the 3rd inning as the River Bandits will try to come back from 4-1 as they just added 1 run in the 2nd inning. Our shortstop, Brandon Phillips, leading off in the River Bandits in the bottom of the 3rd inning against Evan Panjwani on the mound. The first pitch of the at-bat is swung on, ripped down the 3rd base line, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. He's going to run into second, and he's going to get in safely as Hayden Freeze can't get to that ball fast enough. So 1 pitch all the way to the left field wall for a double. As it looks like the base came loose over at first when Brandon Phillips was rounding it. They're going to try to fix that. Music is playing. Just wanted to let you guys know. First base is fixed with J.B. Bell.
Number 3, J.B. Bell.
J.B. Bell leading off tonight for the River Bandits. First in our batting order after Brandon Phillips, the bottom of our batting order, just hit a leadoff double. Panjwani's pitch, big swing and a miss from J.B. Bell. Panjwani has looked very solid against the River Bandits. I said earlier, has 8 innings pitched against them with 7 hits, 4 earned, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts, and a 3.50 ERA. Does have 1 run on him this game. Here's the pitch home. J.B. Bell looks at strike 2. River Bandits only hitting .219 against them. Trying to get him out of the game as soon as they possibly can. Keith Gardner got an RBI single in the last inning, and Brandon Phillips just leads off with a double. Let's see if J.B. Bell can get him home. There's a ball upstairs. Preston Shelton on deck, third baseman tonight. Panjwani looks at the sign from Jack Ryan. Looks over at second. The pitch home is low. That ball clocked in at 77. 77 mile per hour breaking ball hits the dirt. J.B. Bell with 41 plate appearances for the River Bandits, a .333 batting average and .537 on base percentage. Brandon Phillips over at second as he looks at a ball just upstairs, works the count full. Great take from J.B. Bell. J.B. Bell, our extra hitter tonight. So we'll have a payoff pitch from Evan Panjwani. Pitch home is in there, clips the inside corner, and J.B. Bell goes down looking for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 18, Preston Shelton.
That brings up our third baseman, Preston Shelton. Preston Shelton only has 1 strikeout on the season, a great feat to have as that ball gets hit over the stadium once again and fouled. Preston Shelton, 44 plate appearances, a .385 batting average, .432 on base percentage, 15 hits, 14 of them singles. The other, a lone home run. So an 0-1 count against Shelton, excuse me. Phillips over at third. He's going to get over. And Preston Shelton's going to get in safely as there's a bobble at second base. Looked like an easy routine play, and their second baseman, Riley Finkelstein, couldn't get it. And that brings up a great hitter to have for the River Bandits with runners on the corners. Armani Newton, a .455 batting average, .586 on base percentage. That's someone you love to have with runners on the corners as he looks at strike 1. Armani Newton, a lefty left fielder from John Carroll Catholic High School. He's down on the count 0-1. Runner goes. That ball's low. The throw is going to be not there in time. He's going to run to slide in safely. Excuse me, he slides in out. It looked like he was blocking the bag, and he hurt himself sliding. That does not look good as he slid in right into the catcher's foot. It's like he hurt his arm. It's our shortstop, Brandon Phillips. It definitely does not look good the way he's holding it, as it looked like the catcher was blocking the plate.
She could not bring it, so. Yeah.
So now a runner at second in Preston Shelton as Brandon Phillips just hurt himself sliding into the plate, running into Jack Ryan. Gets called out. So that's out number 2. Now a runner on second. Had runners on the corners. Got called out trying to slide in home.
Okay.
Armani Newton still has a chance to bring a runner home. 2-1 count.
Oh, no problem, Jake. Anytime, buddy.
So that ball gets in there for strike 2.
Look, Jake, I don't know if you try.
So the 2-2 pitch. He looks over at second. He swings it, grounds it over the shortstop side. Uloa's going to bobble it. Runners are going to be on first and third. So another error for OBX. That brings up our first baseman, Jack Nielsen, who was the highest batting average on the team, 467. Armani Newton at first, as he has a big swing and a miss for strike one. Might have had a run home with that bobble from Uloa if we didn't send the runners. Nonetheless, runners on the corners with our best statistical hitter up right now. 0-1 and another big swing and a miss. Armani Newton goes back to first safely. Jack Nielsen's 14 hits, 13 of them singles, 1 of them a double, has 11 RBIs, 9 walks, and only 5 strikeouts. Let's hope Brandon Phillips is okay. The pitch home as he hits it back towards Alex Uloa. This time he makes the play, a line drive right into his glove. Would have brought a run home, but the River Bandits are stranded at first and third. That'll be the end of the third inning. River Bandits can't get any runs home. Let's hope Brandon Phillips is all right. We'll let you know when we get any updates on him. We'll be back in the top of the fourth in just a moment. That brings up the left fielder, Hayden Freeze, as J.B. Bell is filling in at the shortstop position for Brandon Phillips. Jonah Prock still on the mound. Throws in strike one against Hayden Freeze. Pitch home is in there for strike two. Teresa Webb, Jake is PA announcing here at the stadium. I'm Dominic announcing here on YouTube Live. Jonah Prockett up in the count 0-2. Here's a pitch home against Freeze as that's hit hard into left field. Armani Newton's going to get under it for out number one.
The right fielder, number 9, Greer Farr.
Brings up Greer Farr, their right fielder. Hayden Freeze and Greer Farr had some damage in the second inning. Jonah Prockett trying to get him out in the second time around. They already got Freeze out. Let's see what he can do with Farr. Really praying for Brandon Phillips' health right now. Pitch home is low for ball one. The 1-0 inside for ball two. Jonah Prockett played at Minot State University with a 4.66 ERA, 3 wins, no losses in 17 appearances. Didn't start, all out of the bullpen. The 2-0 is just misses the outside corner. I thought he clipped it. It's going to be a 3-0 count. That ball gets in there for strike one in the upper half. See if Prockett can work that count back. He's looked great in the first and the third. So that ball just misses outside. So that'll be a walk for Greer Farr after he got a fly out from Hayden Freeze, and that'll bring up Jack Ryan, their catcher.
Number 14, Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan, their catcher, with a .269 batting average, .375 on base percentage as that ball gets in there for strike one. Jack Ryan has 7 hits, 6 of them singles, and 1 of them a double. Pitch home, swung on down the third base line. That's going to be fair. The throw to first. Wow, what a throw, and a great snag from Jack Nielsen for out number 2. Great throw from Preston Shelton and a great scoop from Jack Nielsen to get the out.
The second baseman, number 2, Riley Finkelstein.
Brings up their second baseman, Riley Finkelstein, who already has a 2 RBI single this game. Pitch home, low and away. So a runner on second, 2 outs, a 1-0 count as that ball clips the outside corner for strike one. 6 hits for the Scallywags, only 2 for the River Bandits. 2 errors, though, for the Scallywags, as both of them came last inning by Riley Finkelstein and Alex Uloa. That pitch gets in there for strike 2, 1-2 count for Crockett. Crockett calm and collected, the 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Phillips Daniels going to throw it to first for the out. Jack Nielsen gets it. Out number 3 as they strand a man on second. River Bandits are going to try to add on to that 4-1, or add on from a 4-1 deficit in the bottom of the 4th inning. See if we have any update on Brandon Phillips anytime soon, as it looks like a shoulder or arm type of injury. We'll see you here in the bottom of the 4th inning on YouTube Live. That brings up our second baseman, Mitch Jones, in the bottom of the 4th inning, facing Evan Panjwani. Panjwani's first pitch of the at-bat is in there for strike 1. Panjwani at Long Island University. 0-1 is outside. Definitely a weird start to the game, as all the runs for OBX has been in the 2nd inning. 4-1 deficit for the River Bandits. Mitch Jones looks at that ball low. 2-1 count. We hope you're enjoying the stream. It's a beautiful night for some baseball. Lights are coming on. Sun setting as Mitch Jones has a big swing and a miss, reaching for the upstairs cheese. Evan Pangiwani's been pitching very well so far to start the game. Had a couple errors affecting him. It's 2-2. Is just outside. Pangiwani thought he had the call. He's going to make it a full count. Mitch Jones trying to work a walk. Mitch Jones worked the walk last at bat, and he does it again. Mitch Jones gets on base to lead off. That'll bring up Brent Riddle.
Fielder, number 5, Brent Riddle.
Our center fielder, Brent Riddle, made a great play earlier in center field. Covered a lot of ground to make the out. As he looks at ball 1. Jack Ryan fakes a throw over to first, gets Mitch Jones back in there. It's the first baseman, Max Puckett, and our catcher, Jack Ryan, are going to go have a meeting with Evan Pangiwani. Pangiwani only 3 hits against him, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts so far in this game. He's thrown 58 pitches. So he's been looking very solid. Mitch Jones on first, though, with Brent Riddle up to bat, trying to change that. 1-0 count. Pangiwani throws it over to first. It gets away. Max Puckett can't grab it. Mitch Jones is going to round second, go into third, and he's going to get into third safely with no throw. Starting to round third. Wow, well, he keeps going. Goes back into third safely. Evan Pangiwani throws it over to Max Puckett. A low throw, and Puckett can't scoop it up. Gets deep into foul territory. Mitch Jones rounds it all the way over to third. So now no outs. Brent Riddle hit in the outfield and bring home another run. So now they're going to have a full infield meeting. Doesn't look like there's any work in their bullpen, so they must be just trying to calm them down. So Brent Riddle still at the plate as he's only looked at 1 pitch, and that was a ball away. Evan Pangiwani threw it away towards first base. Max Puckett couldn't scoop it up. Mitch Jones now at third. Pangiwani's pitch is upstairs for ball 2. River Bandits had runners on the bases last inning. Couldn't get anybody home. They had runners on the corners once. That's when Brandon Phillips tried to steal home. Slid in and hurt it looked like his shoulders. That pitch comes home. Grounded over to shortstop Alex Uloa. That's going to bring a run home. The throw to first in time for out number 1, but Brent Riddle does get an RBI ground out.
Good catch.
brings up our catcher, Phillips Daniels, after the RBI ground out from Brent Riddle to make the score 4-2. He looks at a ball outside. That was big to get him over to third. That could have been a double play ball as that was hit hard over to Alex Uloa at shortstop. Pitch home, that's hit high into left field. Hayden Freeze is going to be under it for out number 2. And Keith Gardner, designated hitter tonight, who had the RBI to start the game for the River Bandits, is up at the plate. The first time here with a radar gun, trying to find the time to use it. As that pitch comes home, that's also in there for strike 2. Keith Gardner looks at 2 strikes. Evan Panjwani's 0-2, swung on, fouled into first base territory and out of play. That pitch came in at 86 miles per hour. So Keith Gardner down 0-2. 2 outs. River Bandits have scored 1 in the inning. Pitch home as does he hold up? He does. Evan Panjwani and shortstop and third baseman Alex Uloa and Aiden Feather thought they had the strikeout. They started running towards their dugout. The 1-2 is just inside for ball 2. Good take from Keith Gardner. Outer Banks fan side is not happy with that call. Thought that was a strike 3. Keith Gardner works the count back to 2-2. Here's the pitch. T swings, fouls it back. Three errors now for the Scallywags. Still early in the game, bottom of the 4th inning. His 2-2 pitch did he hold up? No, he did not. That'll be strike 3 swinging. That pitch clocks in at 79. That'll be the end of the inning for the River Bandits. Our hitting coach, Brandon, is not happy with the call. He's sharping at the umpire. Coach Crosby's coming out. They are not happy with the call. He might get tossed out here. He is in his face, and there he goes. He is out of the game. Brandon Phillips gets tossed. Or not Brandon Phillips, excuse me, Brandon, the hitting coach, and he is in the umpire's face. He really did not like that strike 3 call on Keith Gardner. Wow, he is not happy. Good to see some excitement. Maybe it'll fire up the River Bandits bats as they've cut this game to 4-2. Still plenty of game to go. We'll see you here in just a moment as Jonah Crockett continues to be on the mound for the 5th inning. We're back in Tarboro Municipal Stadium in the top of the 5th inning as Jonah Prockett is on the mound for the River Bandits. Throws in strike 1 against the leadoff hitter Brantley Cutler, excuse me. Their DH as he flies that out into left field. Armani Newton is going to be under that for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 12, Cole Mascolo.
Bring up their center fielder, Cole Mascolo. Jonah Prockett working into the 5th inning. Prockett so far this game. Well, here's the pitch. I'll let you know in a second. That pitch, wow, that just misses somewhere. No idea where that missed. Looks straight down the middle. It's Prockett, 4 1/3, 6 hits, 3 earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. That's fouled out deep down the right field side. Would have been gone if it stayed in play. Cole Mascolo got his barrel on that one. 1-1 outside. Excuse me. Can't tell if it's a 1-2 or a 2-1 as that's a swing and a miss. So it was a 2-1, now a 2-2 count. That pitch is low for ball 3. Working the full count. Jonah Prockett's payoff pitch. It's upstairs. Clocked in at 87. That'll be a ball 4. Cole Mascolo, and that'll bring up Alex Uloa, their shortstop. So our hitting coach, Brandon, is thrown out of the game by one of the umpires. He was fired up after a strike 3 call on Keith Gardner. So that breaking ball sails high. Cole Mascolo, first base, inching his way towards second. Looks like they might send him at some point. That pitch is low for ball 2. Alex Uloa, the 188 batting average, 297 on base percentage. It's up in the count 2-0. That pitch is inside. So 3 consecutive balls for Jonah Prockett. Alex Uloa, 6 hits on the season, 4 singles and 2 doubles. Prockett's 3-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Gets that fastball on the inside upper half. Man on first, 3-1 count with 1 out. Pitch home from Prockett, swung on and fouled back at 84 miles per hour. Works it back. Now a full count. Here's the payoff pitch with a man on first. The runner goes, but it's fouled, and he's going to have to go back to first. So a 3-2 count with 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch from Prockett. Swung on, hit hard into center field. Brent Riddle is going to try to track it down at the wall, and he drops it. Drops the ball. Runners are going to go into second and third, and they're going to get in safely. Thought he was going to make a great play over by the wall. Drops that ball. Now 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position.
The third baseman, number 11, Aiden Feather.
So that's a big blow. Now Coach Crosby and the catcher Phillips Daniels going to have a meeting with Prockett. Could be the end of his night. Maybe they're just trying to calm him down. I don't see any work in the bullpen. Still no word on Brandon Phillips. Has looked to hurt his shoulder on a slide at home earlier in the game in the 3rd inning. It'll be their cleanup hitter, Aiden Feather.
This is brought to you by Lock the Set of Scotland Men.
2 runners in scoring position with that Aiden Feather up to bat, their third baseman tonight. Aiden Feather with a .241 batting average, .389 on base percentage, has 7 hits, 6 of them singles and 1 of them a double. Any hit would get most likely 2 runs in, as that ball is low from Prockett for ball 1. Put in a tough situation with the drop ball at center field from Riddle, as that ball's hit down the first base line, and that's going to be fair. Jack Nielsen can't get to it, and that's going to bring 2 runs home. Eston Snyder's going to throw to second. The tag from J.B. Bell is going to be there in time for out number 2. Does bring in 2 runs, and the score is going to be 6-2, OBX Scallywags.
The first baseman, number 10, Max Puckett.
Max Puckett swings it right back over to Jonah Prockett, makes a backhanded grab, underhands it over to Jack Nielsen. Little low, but Nielsen makes the play for out number 3. Stylish play from Prockett to get the out. But the Scallywags do extend their lead to 6-2. We'll see you back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. River Bandits will try to respond with anything they got. Eston Snyder leading off for the River Bandits in the bottom of the 5th inning as he looks at strike 1 from Evan Panjwani. Pitch home is just outside. So a 6-2 ball game as the Scallywags had 2 more from a drop ball at center field from Brent Riddle. Pitch home is hit hard into right field. Is there going to be a play? And it goes right to Greer Farr for out number 1.
Number 17, Colin Hughes.
So Colin Hughes pinch hitting for Brandon Phillips as he got injured earlier in the game in a slide towards home. He looks at ball 1. Evan Panjwani looking great so far, 4 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. That ball gets in there for strike 1. Colin Hughes a catcher. Evan Panjwani tying his shoe on the mound. He calls time. 1 out in a 6-2 ball game. 3 errors already for the Scallywags, 2 for the River Bandits. Big one over at center field. Allowed 2 more runs for the Scallywags. River Bandits trying to respond. Colin Hughes going to have to get on base, get something going. Pitch home as he pops that out of play. Behind the stadium, towards all the cars, just misses a cop car.
Heads up, Debbie. Grenade.
Colin Hughes down 1-2 with 1 out, no one on the bases. Here's the pitch home as he swings, hits that down the left field line. That looks like it's going to be fair as it drops fair. Hayden Freeze can't make the play. Colin Hughes is going to get into second standing, and he's going to walk back. 1 to third, goes back into second safely. Hayden Freeze makes a diving play. Can't get to it, and it hits the wall for a double for Colin Hughes.
DH number 3, JB.
So a great substitution as they needed to with the injury to our shortstop, Brandon Phillips. Colin Hughes now going to be our extra hitter tonight. JB Bell up at the plate, looks at strike 1 from Panjwani. JB Bell was our extra hitter. Now he's going to be our shortstop. Usually plays second base, usually an everyday second base guy. Mitch Jones is at second today. He's a shortstop. Pitch home, swing on a miss. Down in the count 0-2 with 1 out. Colin Hughes at second base. Need to get something going, get some runs back, respond back with 1 or 2 runs, chip the lead as we're halfway through this ball game. Panjwani looks back at second at Hughes. The pitch home, and the 0-2 is low for ball 1. JB Bell hitting .333 on the season with a .537 on base percentage. 9 hits, 8 singles, and a double. The 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. JB Bell goes down swinging. Colin Hughes stays at second as that's out number 2. That brings up our third baseman, Preston Shelton. Has a .385 batting average on the season, 15 hits, 14 singles. The pitch home is just outside for ball 1. 14 of his hits are singles, 1 of them a lone home run. With 10 RBIs, 3 walks, only has 1 strikeout on the season. Great discipline, seems to get his barrel to the ball. Pitch is outside for ball 2 as Colin Hughes scurries back to second. Lights are coming on as the sun is setting in Tarboro. Preston Shelton up in the count 2-0. Panjwani's going to throw back to second. Colin Hughes slides in safely. On deck is Armani Newton, our left fielder. He's been slashing, and after that, Jack Nielsen. 3 of our best hitters back to back to back. Here's the pitch home, and there's a big swing and a miss from Shelton. Two-one count, 2 outs. Colin Hughes at second, a 6-2 ball game. Shelton trying to bring home another run. Panjwani looks at second, the 2-1 is outside. Oh, gets in there. At 84, looked like it was outside. Gets in there for strike 2. Crowd is not happy with that, as I'm sure you can hear. Preston Shelton trying to work around the bad call. Here's the 2-2, and that's outside. Looked like the same exact spot. Doesn't get the call this time in Panjwani. So he works it full with Colin Hughes at second. Like I said earlier, Shelton only has 1 strikeout on the season. Don't want to see another one here. OBX 2-6-1 on the season. Pitch home, hit over to second base, and he bobbles it. There's going to be a throw, and not in time. Runners now on the corners as that's the 4th error for the Scallywags and the 2nd on Riley Finkelson at 2nd. Panjwani seems to be getting very unlucky with some bad defense in the infield. 4 errors. River Bandits probably wouldn't have any runs without those 4 errors. Some work in the bullpen. Now runners on 1st and 3rd. Catcher Jack Ryan trying to communicate with Panjwani, trying to get this 3rd out, and Armani Newton, who's been a great hitter for the River Bandits in 29 plate appearances, 455 batting average, and 586 on base percentage. Pitch home, hit back towards the middle side. There's going to be another bobble by Ulloa, and that's going to bring a run home. Colin Hughes gets home, and Armani Newton reaches on an error, and that'll be the 5th error of the game for the Scallywags. Brings home a run, makes the game 6-3. So 2 consecutive errors helped the River Bandits get just that much closer.
Jack Nielsen.
As I mentioned earlier, Jack Nielsen, our best statistical hitter with a .467 batting average, has 14 hits, 13 of them singles, 1 of them a double. Pitch home, just misses. Runners now on 1st and 2nd. Armani Newton at 1st and Preston Shelton at 2nd. Jack Nielsen at the plate, our first baseman tonight. Been a very reliable hitter, 11 RBIs. Oh, wow, that looked outside. Gets the call. Jack Nielsen at Abilene Christian University had 31 games played, a 169 batting average, so he has upped it here in the summer. He's red hot. Runners looking to steal. Pitch home as that swung and fouled back. So he's down on the count 1-2. Jack Nielsen has 9 walks towards 5 strikeouts. Preston Shelton in scoring position. Armani Newton at 1st. He is fast on the bases. You can get that to the wall. That might bring 2 runs home. Here's the 1-2 from Panjwani. And there's a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Leaves runners stranded on 1st and 2nd, but the River Bandits do add 1 to the score, 6-3. That'll be the end of the 5th inning as we'll see you back here in the top of the 6th as the Scallywags will try to extend their 6-3 lead. Josh Folks leading off for the Scallywags in the top of the 6th inning as Jonah Prockett is taking the mound again. He's had 5 innings pitched. That pitch gets in there outside, excuse me. Prockett, 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 earns because of the 2 River Bandit errors, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. The pitch home is way outside for ball 2. Josh Folks tonight has a strikeout. Pitch gets in there for strike 1. River Bandits do add 1 after a couple of errors from their infielders. That pitch is ripped down the third base line. The throw over to Jack Nielsen in time for out number 1. Strong throw from Preston Shelton as he's had a couple of those tonight. Brings up Hayden Freeze, their left fielder who's done damage this game. Got on base, got a run earlier this game. Pitch home is way inside, has to back out of it. That pitch is grounded foul down the third base line for strike 1. Jonah Prockett still on the mound in the 6th inning. Pitch count is getting up there. It's in the upper 80s. Got some work in the bullpen. We'll see who comes out. Pitch home is skied high into right center field. Eston Snyder's going to be under it and get the out for out number 2. 2 quick outs for Jonah Prockett. So he might be able to finish this 6th inning. Should most likely be the end of his outing. That brings up Greer Farr, the right fielder. Pitch home is low in the dirt for ball 1. Greer Farr with a .273 batting average and 22 at-bats, a .433 on-base percentage with 6 hits, 4 of them singles and 2 of them doubles. It's the 1-0 pitch, way inside, gets the backstop, clocked in at 86. He yanked that ball low. The 2-0 swung on and missed from Greer Farr. Went chasing for that one for strike 1. It's a 2 outs, a 2-1 count. Pitch home, another big swing and a miss. Prockett works the count back, 2-2. Pitch home, just upstairs. Works the count full. Can he get the 1-2-3 inning? Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled. Fouled sharply into our dugout. Third base coach got to get out of the way. We'll do the payoff pitch again. Here it is. Just low for ball 4. Coach Crosby working his way to the fence. Looks like he's going to give him another chance to get the 3rd out. I think this is his last batter of the game as there's a lot of work going on the bullpen, and his pitch count is over 90 now. Greer Farr at first base. Jack Ryan, their catcher, at the plate. Umpire going over to talk to our dugout, and Phillips Daniels is going to go talk to Prockett. Earlier in the game, our hitting coach was thrown out of the game. He's not happy with a strike 3 call against Keith Gardner. It was all up in the face of the home plate umpire. Would not back down. So the first pitch here against Jack Ryan is low for ball 1. Prockett working a little slower now. to end the game or end his outing. I think he knows this is his last batter as that pitch is low for ball 2. Could have Dawson Wiggins coming in, Brock Arender, Leighton Dupree, or Lee Watson. We'll see who it is. Pitch home is low. 3 pitches, 3 strikes against, or 3 balls against Jack Ryan, excuse me. For this game, Jonah Prockett had 7 innings for the River Bandits, a 1.28 ERA, 1 game started, 1 save. Pitch home is upstairs, ball 4, 4-pitch walk. It's Coach Crosby. Let's see if he goes out to talk to him. Phillips Daniels is. It's like maybe I was wrong. Coach Crosby's trying to let him finish this inning.
The second baseman is number 2, Riley Finkelstein.
Brings up the bottom of their order, Riley Finkelstein. Had a 2-out RBI single to start the game. So now runners on first and second. Had 2 quick outs. Now 2 consecutive walks. Greer Farr and Jack Ryan brings up the bottom of their batting lineup, Riley Finkelstein. Righty-righty matchup. He looks over at second. The pitch home is in there for strike 1. Breaking ball gets in the zone. Prockett looks in at the sign from Daniels. Looks over at second twice. The pitch home. Breaking ball just misses the appeal over to first, and he did not go. Pitch goes in there for 74 miles per hour. Prockett's 1-1 is low for ball 2. Prockett up there at 102 pitches. This has to be his last batter. Pitch home is in there for strike 2. I know he wants to finish this inning. 1 pitch away from finishing it. That ball's in there for strike 3. He catches him looking. Riley Finkelstein goes down looking on the outside corner as Jonah Prockett finishes his night with 104 pitches. Goes through 6 innings. And he strands runners on first and second. That'll be the end of the top half of the 6th. We'll see you here in the bottom half. The River Bandits will try to inch away at that 6-3 lead. We'll see you here in just a moment on YouTube Live. We're back in the bottom of the 6th inning in Tarboro Municipal Stadium as Mitch Jones is leading off for the River Bandits, and Evan Panjwani continues on the mound for the 6th inning. He has 91 pitches so far. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Here's the pitch home against Mitch Jones as he hits that over towards first base, and that's going to be a caught on a soft liner. Pitch home against Brent Riddle is low for ball 1. Brent Riddle, our center fielder, looks at a ball high as Mitch Jones lined out over the first base side to Max Puckett. Soft liner for out number 1. Brent Riddle with a misplay over at center field at the wall. Was a tough play. He swings that down the third base line, just foul to the left of the bag. That was a rip down that third base line. So Panjwani in a 2-2 count. Pitch home. That's hits hard into left field. Hayden Freeze is gonna get there to make the play. A running play over to left center field. Great play for out number 2.
The catcher, number 24.
So 2 outs. Phillips Daniels at the plate. Evan Panjwani sailing through the 6th inning. Pitch home is just upstairs for ball 1. Panjwani can only imagine this is his last inning. The 1-0 pitch. Swung, hit down the third base line, just foul again. Brent Riddle did that his last at bat. Crockett threw 104 pitches. Evan Panjwani now at 99. Looks like they're both going to go through 6. Unless Phillips Daniels can get on and Keith Gardner does something, as that ball's hit hard to Hayden Freeze at left field, but right to him for out number 3. As looks like that might be the end of Panjwani's night. He goes 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. We'll be back here in the top of the 7th in a 6-3 ball game. Brantley Cutler, keep pronouncing his name wrong, excuse me, up to bat. Ball number 1, Lee Watson taking the mound for the 7th inning in relief. Jonah Prockett pitched a great 6 innings. Pitch home, breaking ball is inside, gets to the backstop. 2 misses of the strike zone to start the game for Lee. Lee Watson has 10 2/3 innings pitched so far as that curveball gets in there, outside corner. It's 10 2/3 innings pitched. He has 1 game started, 1 win, 2 losses, 11 hits on him, 6 earned, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts, and a 5.06 ERA. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That breaking ball is inside for ball 3. Opponents are hitting .262 off him so far to start the season. One of our more highly used pitchers to start. 10 2/3, that's the 3rd most so far on the team. We'll see how long he goes this game. Pitch gets out there. Ball 4. Lead-off walk there for Brantley Cutler.
The center fielder, number 12, Cole Mascolo.
Brings up their center fielder, Cole Mascolo. Cole Mascolo has a run and a walk for this game. So that breaking ball is low for ball 1, as Lee is struggling to find the strike zone to start his outing. The 1-0 gets in there for strike 1. Lee looks over at first, the 1-1. Hits the upstairs corner for strike 2. There's the pitch home. It's fouled down the first base line. Cole Mascolo, .212 batting average, .297 on base percentage. Has 7 hits, all 7 are singles. Still a 1-2 count, 6-3 ball game. Here's the pitch home as that's hit over towards the shortstop side. J.B. Bell's going to be no play at second. He bobbles when he looks it up to second, and that's going to be an error. Usually a second baseman, they put him at short due to Brandon Phillips' injury, and there's a bobble at short. So, error on, and runners on first and second.
The shortstop, number 8, Alex Yoloa.
Brings up Alex Yoloa. Alex Yoloa's had a couple errors himself this game. Him and Finkelstein, I think, have all 4 of the errors, 2 and 2. Runners on first and second, no outs. That pitch is low for ball 1. E. Watson looks at the sign from Daniels at 1-0. It's way inside for ball 2. Looks back at second. That's hit, fouled. Makes it a 2-1 count. So runners on first and second and still no outs. Lee Watson, a walk and an error over at J.B. Bell at short. That pitch gets in there for strike 2. Lee Watson starting to find the zone. I'll see how fast he's throwing in just a sec. Lee Watson's 2-2. Swung on over to J.B. Bell at short. Once again, the play at third. He's going to get the force out. Great play from J.B. Bell, as that was going to be a tough throw at first. Gets the force out at third for out number 1 and keeps runners on first and second.
The third baseman, number 11, Aiden Feather.
Brings up their cleanup hitter, first baseman Aiden Feather. Still runners on first and second with one out. Lee Watson would love a ground ball. Ground ball into an easy double play, as there's been a couple ground balls, just some tough plays. Luckily, he got an out there. So that breaking ball just misses low. Lee Watson's 1-0 with runners on first and second. Swung on, fouled off his foot into play. Aiden Feather's going to walk it off for just a moment. Trying to walk off the paint as he just fouled it off his foot or his ankle side. 7 hits for the Scallywags, 4 for the River Bandits, 4 errors for Scallywags, and 3 for the River Bandits. And a 6-3 ball game as that's ripped down the third base line, and Preston Shelton just can't get a handle on it all the way down to the wall. That's going to bring 2 home. It's going to be an 8-3 ball game, OBX. Ball was just hit way too hard towards Preston Shelton. Couldn't get his glove on it, couldn't get in front of it.
The first baseman, number 10, Max Puckett.
Who was that was doing that?
Aiden Feather with a 2 RBI double. Ripped this game open 8-3 as Lee Watson now has 1 earned on him. One was off an error from JB Bell. Pitch home, breaking ball. Gets the outside corner for strike 1. Max Puckett, a big first baseman, big frame with a runner on second. As there's a big swing and a miss. Looked like slow motion there. Oh, 2 count. 1 out, man on second base. Now an 8-3 ball game. River Bandits are going to have some work to do. Trying to keep it at 8-3. Pitch is outside for ball 1. It's not like the River Bandits haven't had a lot of men on the bags tonight. Stranded a lot of men. It's definitely possible. Just need to string some hits together once they get them on the bases. Lee Watson steps off. Up in the count, 1-2. His 1-2 pitch. It's fouled off, spoiled from Max Puckett. Lee Watson looks over at second. The 1-2 again is outside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch to Puckett. Swung on and just fouled back into the netting. So a long at bat here worked from Puckett, with a man in scoring position. The 2-2, breaking ball, gets in there. Great backdoor slider to get the backwards K for out number 2.
The EH, number 33, Josh Folks.
Brings up Josh Folks, their extra hitter. Josh Folks has a strikeout this game and 3 at-bats. Man still at second base, 2 outs. Pitch home is low and inside for ball 1. So sun is set, the lights are on. It's the top of the 7th inning, just around 9 p.m. River Bandits down 8-3 against the OBX Scallywags. Lee Watson going out, Phillips Daniels going out to talk to Lee Watson. A little conversation about Josh Folks on the plate. One-0, gets in there, fastball. River Bandit crowd is quieted down after the 2 runs this inning from the Scallywags. Lee Watson looks over at second. His 1-1 hit into right field. Gonna be a fly out towards Eston Snyder. He's gonna get under it for out number 3. That'll be the end of the top half of the 7th. OBX scores 2 more to extend their lead to 8-3. We'll see you here in the bottom of the 7th. The River Bandits will try to get back into this game. Leading off for the River Bandits is Keith Gardner, our designated hitter tonight, as we have a new pitcher, Ash Amerland, as that pitch sails upstairs for ball 1. Ash Amerland has 4 1/3 inning pitched this season. One and 2/3 of them against the River Bandits. That pitch is low for ball 2. No hits against him so far. 5 walks, 10 strikeouts, 0 ERA. So he has been a tough pitcher to face. Keith Gardner up in the count 2-0 though. As that pitch is way behind Keith Gardner. Has to get out of the way as Amerland has no control to start the game. Or start his outing. He has been very good so far, so see if he settles down. And that pitch sails outside, a 4-pitch walk to start Amerland's outing. Keith Gardner gets on first base to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Eston Snyder. Eston Snyder up at the plate has 2 runs and 2 walks this game. Keith Gardner just got a 4-pitch walk. Let's see if Eston Snyder can work one himself. Lefty-righty matchup as that ball sails outside. So 5 pitches, 5 balls so far for Hammerland. And Jack Ryan's going to go have a meeting with him. So we'll let them have a meeting. Meeting is done from the catcher, Jack Ryan. Trying to calm down Ash Hammerland. Down on the count, 1-0. Eston Snyder looks at strike one. He throws his first strike. Keith Gardner over at first base, no outs. 8-3 ball game. Scallywags are up, so a lot of work to be done. A leadoff walk is exactly what you needed, though, as Eston Snyder looks at that ball for a strike. Looked a little low. Must have hit the bottom of the zone. So now he's down 1-2. Home as he hits that down the first base side. Max Puckett can't get to it. Keith Gardner's going to stay at second. Eston Snyder gets a base knock. Now runners on first and second with no outs.
Number 17.
Colin Hughes up at the plate. He pinch hit earlier in the game and has 2 of our RBIs. Oh, excuse me. That pitch is inside. He did pinch hit. He has a hit and a run, not 2 RBIs, excuse me. So a 1-0 count, runners on first and second. Colin Hughes with the lefty-lefty matchup. 1-0, hits the outside corner. Great pitch from Hammerland. That was a nice pitch. If he can keep his control like that, he'll be good, as that pitch just misses outside. He puts the fastball in around the same spot. Can't get the call, makes it 2-1. So after Colin Hughes, we'll be back at the top of the batting order for the River Bandits with J.B. Bell. And if Colin Hughes can get on, get the bases loaded, maybe get a run in with the top of our order, this could be dangerous for the Scallywags. Here's the 2-1. That breaking ball gets in there for strike 2. Eston Snyder at first, Keith Gardner at second. The 2-2 pitch from Hammerland is low in the dirt. Keith Gardner's going to stay at second. Eston Snyder at first. Colin Hughes works at full. Evan Panjwani, solid 6 innings for the Scallywags. Hammerland in relief of him. Now has 2 on with no outs and a 3-2 count against Colin Hughes. Here's the payoff pitch. Is way outside. That's going to be ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded for the River Bandits, and J.B. Bell up at the plate. Having a meeting on the mound, there is music being played, so I'm going to have to mute my mic, but I'll let you know what happens in just a moment. So meeting over. had the whole infield and their manager talk to Ash Amerland after bases are loaded with no outs. JB Bell up at the plate. Here's the first pitch. Big swing and a miss from JB for strike one. JB Bell has 3 strikeouts on the game in his 3 at-bats. Trying to get something going as he has been a great hitter so far this season for the River Bandits. This is the time to do it. Bases loaded, the pitch home, just outside. Big moment in this game. Amerland can't keep control. Keep walking batters in. A 5-run ball game. It's not out of reach. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Don't see any work happening in the bullpen. They're leaving it up to him. Can he get out of this? Preston Shelton on deck. Here's the 2-1 from Amerland. Way inside and high, and that makes it 3-1. Nowhere for the runners to go. JB Bell works a walk, and that would bring home a run, so let's see if he can do it. Fans are getting loud. This is River Bandits' chance here in the bottom of the 7th. At least get back into the game. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. Amerland works it full. Hit that upstairs corner. It was a great pitch from him with that fastball. See, can he keep his control? The payoff pitch with the bases loaded. Swung on and fouled. We'll do it again. Massive moment here in the game. JB Bell up at the plate. Nowhere to go. What will happen? 8-3 ball game. The payoff pitch is low for ball 4. JB Bell works the walk, and that makes the game 8-4. Preston Shelton up at the plate, our third baseman. Getting around the heart of our order soon. Armani Newton on deck, and then in the hole, Jack Nielsen. Bases loaded, no outs. This is the River Bandits' chance to pitch home and sails high for ball 1.
Last year, maybe.
Preston Shelton hitting .385 for the River Bandits. 15 hits, 14 singles. He does have a home run, only 1 strikeout. Pitch is low into the dug. Oh, back there over to the backstop. I thought we were going to get a run home. He decides not to go home. There are no outs. Maybe not risk it, as Amerland does seem to be struggling with his control.
It was good quick thinking for him to go back, though, because he would have got moved.
So we have gotten thrown out at home earlier, made the decision to stop there. The 2-0 sails high. That makes it 3-0. 3 pitches, 3 balls. Now there's work in the bullpen as Amerland is struggling. River Bandit fans getting hype. Our beloved owner, Wayne Turnitz, talking to Armani Newton on deck, telling him to hit a grand slam. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's in there for strike 1. Preston Shelton takes that pitch, hoping for a missed ball. Preston Shelton played at Columbia State. He looks at ball 4, brings home another run, makes the game 8-5. Brings up Armani Newton. The bases are going to be loaded with no outs once again. Now a 3-run ball game. Armani Newton up at the plate. River Bandits fans are getting loud as the bases are loaded. Still no outs. Armani Newton, one of our best hitters. The pitch home. Clips the outside corner for strike 1. Amerland walks 2 home, makes the game 8-5 as the tying run is on first base, winning run, and Armani Newton at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Been a long inning here for the Scallywags pitching. Working the bullpen, Amerland in a 1-1 count. His pitch home. Breaking ball gets in there, freezes Armani Newton. Great pitch from him. Armani Newton has looked at all 3 pitches, hoping he continues to struggle finding the strike zone. He's found it twice this at bat. See what he does. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off, spoils that breaking ball. Armani Newton's going to try to work it back in his favor, find the pitch he likes. Sac fly is still in play. A ground out, still no outs, is still in play. Maybe they haven't been fielding well at second and shortstop. Here's the pitch home and a big swing and a miss. Amerland gets a big out number 1 as Armani Newton strikes out for out number 1.
The first baseman, number
Jack Nielsen, one of our best statistical hitters, hasn't had a big night as that ball sails to the backstop. Runner is going to stay at third as it was thrown to the backstop very sharply. And the catcher, Jack Ryan, gets to it fast. Probably would have got hosed down. Just slipped out of Amerland's hands. Jack Nielsen trying to get something here. Could get a sac fly, anything to cut this game to this lower as he looks at strike 1 right down the middle. Game is getting interesting. Hope you all are enjoying the stream. River Bandits fans getting loud here. The 1-1 pitch with the bases loaded. Swung on and fouled back into the netting. Makes it 1-2. Mitch Jones on deck. See if Jack Nielsen get any type of runs in. The 1-2 from Amerland. Hits the dirt. Runner's going to stay at third. There's been multiple times where Jack Ryan gets to that ball fast enough, keeps that runner at third. Jack Nielsen in a 2-2 count, 8-5 ball game. 8 hits for the Scallywags, 5 for the River Bandits. He looks at the sign from Jack Ryan. His 2-2 pitch with the bases loaded. Hits him. That brings a run home, and the River Bandits are now 2 runs away from tying this ball game up. Bringing up our second baseman, Mitch Jones. It looks like Amerland's night is done. We'll have a new pitcher. We'll let you know who it is in just a moment on YouTube Live. Mitch Jones coming at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ryan Borberg, number 20, taking over for Amerlon with the bases loaded. The pitch home is in there for strike 1.
Batting is number 4, Mitch Jones.
Borberg has 8 1/3 innings pitched, 1 loss, 7 hits against him. No earned runs, though, 1 walk and 9 strikeouts, so he has been electric so far to start the season for the Scallywags. The pitch home is upstairs for ball 1. River Bandits trying to get some hits strung along against him. Been mostly walks this inning. A hit by pitch at one point for Jack Nielsen. And that pitch is swung and missed. So a 1-2 count. Mitch Jones wants to get some contact in it. Try to get another run in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Borberg has been amazing. The pitch home, he hits it, but it's fouled into their dugout. Massive point in this game with runners on for the River Bandits. Chance to tie this game or take the lead. 1-2 pitch. So he hits it into right field. Greer Farr's going to be there. The throw home. He slides in safe. Runners are going to be on the corners, and the River Bandits are 1 run away from tying this ball game. Great at bat from Mitch Jones to hit it over to Greer Farr, and the throw is just a moment away from being in time. Brent Riddle up to bat. Runners on the corners, a 1-run ball game now. 1 hit away here. Can't be a sac fly. He needs a single to bring that runner home at third. Could tie this ball game up. Borberg, having trouble saying his name. There's the pitch low for ball 1. Borberg has been a great pitcher for the Scallywags. That pitch swing and a miss. He throws his bat to the backstop. Looks like he might have hurt his wrist doing that. Swung it so hard, flew out of his hands. Makes it a 1-1 count. So the 1-1 count. Runners on the corners. Brent Riddle swings and misses on that one. Makes it 1-2. Borberg, 1 pitch away from stranding runners on the corners and maintaining that Scallywag lead. Can he do it? The 1-2 is in there for strike 3, and Borberg strikes out Brent Riddle looking. That'll be the end of the 7th inning. River Bandits do cut it to 1, 8-7 ball game. We'll see it here as there's 2 innings remaining. River Bandits now in the game. This is a fantastic ball game for any viewers. We'll see you here in the top of the 8th on YouTube Live. We're here in the top of the 8th, Tarboro Municipal Stadium, as the River Bandits cut it to an 8-7 ball game to get 4 runs in that inning. Over in the bottom of the 7th, Dawson Wiggins now into pitch. His first ball is a strike, or first pitch is a strike. Pitch home, 2 strikes. Hits the outside corner on a fastball. Hayden Freeze leading off for the Scallywags. Dawson Wiggins trying to keep this a 1-run ball game as the River Bandits bat discipline has woken up as they got a lot of walks this past inning. That's popped up out of play. Dawson Wiggins has 5 innings pitched for the River Bandits, 4 hits, only 1 earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a 1.80 ERA. He's up in the count, 0-2. Looks at the sign from Daniels. The pitch home, swung on and just spoiled. Dawson Wiggins so far has come out of the pen for each appearance. He's not started a game for the River Bandits, but has looked good out of the pen. I believe a returning player from this past season. The pitch home is outside for ball 1. So a 1-2 count against Hayden Freeze to start the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch home. Hit hard into right field. Esten Snyder's going to go back and make he drops it. I thought he made a diving play. Throws into second, and that's going to be a lead-off double for the Scallywags. Looked like it might have come out of his glove. Maybe it just went right above it. From my angle, I thought he had made the play. Got to be a lead-off double. Hayden Freeze now doing great for the Scallywags this game, and that brings up Greer Farr. So man on second and no outs. Pitch home, breaking ball, just misses that outside corner. He was up in the count 0-2, and Freeze rips it down that right field line. Pitch home, another one outside, 2-0. Top of the 8th inning, a 1-run ball game. Dawson Wiggins on the mound. Looks over at second at Freeze. The pitch home, way inside for ball 3. After going ahead in the count 0-2 against Freeze, now throwing 3 consecutive balls. Lee Watson's 3-0. Gets in there for strike 1 at 77 miles per hour. Nice looking breaking ball. Crowd is more into it now as this very tight ball game, a fun ball game to watch. Pitch home, foul down the left field line and out of play. So that makes it full against Farr with a man on second. This is a big out. Don't want to advance that runner to third with no outs. I would put the sac fly in play or a ground out RBI in play. And you definitely don't want to walk them and have no outs and runners on first and second. So a big pitch here from Wiggins. Farr takes a timeout. He's granted it from the home plate umpire. Hope the stream is looking great for you guys today. Sorry about the sound that first inning. Dawson Wiggins' 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. It's going to put men on first and second with no outs. As first 6 or 7 innings of this ball game flew by, and now these last inning and a half has been a very long stretched inning as Coach Crosby's already coming out to talk to Wiggins. Looks like there is work in the bullpen. Don't think he's going to be pulled just yet, though. I could be wrong. Coach Crosby, Jack Nielsen, and Phillips Daniels on the mound talking to Dawson Wiggins.
I gotta think. I already announced him.
That's a good Bandits.
So the meeting is now over on the mound. Hopefully calm down Dawson Wiggins just a bit. So he was ahead of Hayden Freeze in the first at bat. He just ripped it down that right field wall, over to the wall. Now runners on first and second, no outs. There's Jack Ryan at the plate. He looks to bunt. He pulls back. Does he pull back in time? Yes, he does. That'll be ball one. River Bandits do cut it to 1. Scallywags are looking to attack here in the top of the 8th inning. The 1-0 breaking ball just misses inside. Crowd is very unpleased with that call. They thought it clipped the inside corner on the breaking ball. I'm feeling a big double play here. The 2-0 pitch on Jack Ryan. Foul it off, out of play. Makes it 2-1. Now, I did say a double play, but I would live with a pop-up or a strikeout. Keep those runners at first and second. We need a first out. That would be big. So we're getting ready to go back to the top of the lineup for the Scallywags. You don't want to do that with no outs. That ball's popped up behind the stadium. Just bounces over a car. Dawson Wiggins with the 2-2 count. There's a big swing and a miss for out number 1, strike 3. He gets Jack Ryan hacking. That keeps those runners at first and second. A big out number 1 for Dawson Wiggins and the River Bandits. Brings up Riley Finkelstein. Pitch home to Finkelstein is low, but in the appeal did not go. Finkelstein has a hit and 2 RBIs and 2 strikeouts this game. He's looking for more RBIs as there is Hayden Freeze in scoring position. Dawson Wiggins looks back at him. Looks back again. A third time. The pitch home. Umpire takes a step back. I don't know exactly what happened there. Maybe a timeout from Finkelstein. Granted him a time very late, it looks like. Still a 1-0 count. Hayden Freeze at second base. Career far at first. Riley Finkelstein at the plate, the bottom of their lineup. The 1-0 sails upstairs. Two balls, no strikes. Dawson Wiggins would love a ground out over to Mitch Jones, to J.B. Bell, over to Jack Nielsen. I'm predicting it. Pitch home, and there's a big swing and a miss for strike 1. I know for a fact Dawson Wiggins would take a strikeout too. Got a couple more pitches to get there. Let's see if he can do it. 2-1 count. Runners on first and second. 1 out. 8-7 ball game. Top of the 8th inning. Here's Dawson's Wiggins. 2-1. That's foul back into the netting. Makes it 2-2. So 2-2 count for Dawson Wiggins. Runners on first and second.
If somebody goes down there and tells them to turn him back on, we're not turning him back on. No, we're not.
Wiggins looks him back at freeze. A 2-2. Breaking ball. Misses low. Crowd is not happy with it. Makes it full.
Wow. Okay, you saw that? Right here. Got the ball. Right here.
Dawson's Wiggins with a payoff pitch. Sails high for ball 4. Looked like a missed call on a strikeout. And that could be the end of Dawson Wiggins' night. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Coach Crosby's coming out once again. Not a good sign to see him come out right after he just came out last at bat. So we'll see. Looks like we'll have, if there's a new pitcher, either Brock Arender or Leighton Dupree. And it's going to be Brock Arender, it looks like. I'll confirm that here in just a moment when I come back after this quick timeout on YouTube Live. Brock Arender is taking the mound in place of Dawson Wiggins as the bases are now loaded. Brantley Cutler, their DH, up at the plate, their leadoff hitter. With the bases loaded, lefty-lefty matchup. Arender, first strike 1. The crowd is into it. They want to get out of this inning with a 1-run ball game. Let's see if Arender can hold them. There's a big swing and a miss. Makes it 0-2 count early here for Arender. Arender's first 2 appearances out of the pen were basically flawless, but his last outing against the Steamers, where most of his damage was done against them. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts, and an 8.10 ERA. But like I said, these stats are a little fluctuated with 1 bad outing. The other 2 were a lot better. He has the stuff. I believe he can get out of this. He's up in the count, 0-2 against their leadoff hitter. Here's the pitch home as there's a swing and a miss, a late swing. 3 pitches and a strikeout against Brantley Cutler, and Cole Muscalo is going to come up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Can Brock Arender get out of this inning? I believe if they do that, the crowd is into it. The hitters will be into it. I think the River Bandits will come back and score this next inning if he can get out of this. Here's another lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch home upstairs for ball 1. Looks at the sign from Daniels. Cole Muscalo up at the plate. That ball's low. Great block from Phillips Daniels. Nowhere to go for Muscalo. Can't walk him. 2-0 count. Got to throw a strike here. Don't want to go down 3-0. The 2-0. Hit over to the left field side, and that's going to be a single that brings home 2 runs. The throw home is going to be cut off, and he slides in safely. A single and 2 RBIs for Cole Muscalo. Make the game 10-7. That pretty much brings the crowd out of it. River Bandits not out of the game, but after bringing it to 8-7, this really kills your momentum. It's a great piece of opposite field hitting there, as there's a swing and a miss. Cole Muscalo does his job, brings home 2, makes it a 10-7 ball game. Render looks back at second to pitch home. Fouled back into the netting. 0-2 early again. Render looks at the sign from Daniels. Looks back at second. The pitch home. 0-2 is swung on. Hit to second base at Mitch Jones. He's going to make the play at second over to J.V. Bell in time for out number 3. Going to be a 10-7 ball game as the Scallywags add on 2 in the inning. See you back here in the bottom of the 8th as the River Bandits will try to get back to a one-run ball game. Most likelier what they want to do, tie the ball game up or take a lead in the bottom of the 8th. We'll see if they can do it going around the batting order again. leading off for the River Bandits in the bottom of the 8th is Phillips Daniels, as it looks like Josh Folks is pitching for the Scallywags. That ball gets the backstop for ball 1. Josh Folks has been hitting so far this game. I'm not accustomed to the Outer Banks team very well. I've seen him play a few times, but I guess he could be a pitcher and a hitter. So 2 balls, no strikes. Trying to check that right now. Here's the pitch home, and in there for strike 1. He hasn't pitched yet this season. That pitch is low. So a 3-1 count, but Josh Folks hasn't pitched yet this season. Seems as though they're stretched thin on their arms, so chance for the River Bandits to get back into it. A 3-2 count full here for Phillips Daniels now. Here's the payoff pitch. Swings it over to Alex Ulloa at shortstop. Going to take a throw over to first, and he drops it. Had to stretch. Can't get it in time. And that'll be a single, possibly an error for Phillips Daniels. But who cares? He got on base, and that's exactly what the River Bandits need here, down 10-7. Brings up our designated hitter, Keith Gardner, who had a double or a 2 RBI single earlier in the game. He reached to second on an error. Phillips Daniels on first. Josh Folks pitching. Throws ball 1. So position player pitching for the first time this game. First time in his season for the Scallywags. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Jesus Christ! There are children here!
Righty-righty matchup. Folks 1-1 is hit hard into left field. Oh, he's going to bobble it and drop it! And he throws it into second, and he gets in there safe. He bobbled it, went back in his glove, dropped it again. And Phillips Daniels going to get to second. Keith Gardner to first. 2 consecutive errors. River Bandits right back in this game now, with runners on first and second, with Essen Snyder now at the plate. You never want errors to be the reason that you're in the game from the other team, but it is what it is. If you're in the game, you're in the game. He hits that foul territory out of play. 7 errors for the Scallywags. Keeps the River Bandits in this game. I don't think we would even have 5 runs without errors right now. We do have 3 ourselves, which have led to some runs for the Scallywags. But 2 consecutive errors here to start the bottom of the 8th. Runners on first and second, no outs. 0-1 pitch and a big swing and a miss from Snyder. Tying run at the plate in Snyder. Folks having some unfortunate defense. All the pitchers are so far. 0-2, hit down the third base line and foul. On deck is Colin Hughes. After that,
hands out, Grant!
After that, we're back at the top of the batting order for the River Bandits. So we do still have another inning, so you want to get back to the heart of the order at some point, and it looks like we're going to. The 0-2. Big swing and a miss from Snyder for out number 1. Brings up our lefty hitter, Colin Hughes, replacing Brandon Phillips in the 10 spot on our batting order. Usually a catcher as he looks at ball 1. Runners on first and second. Folks pitching for the Scallywags. The pitch home, gets in there for strike one. Don't seem to be swinging the bats too much. We're looking at them to miss. Has been working.
He's not throwing hard. He's not throwing electric. He's just
Colin Hughes, the 1-1, fouled back, out of play. Now they're down 1-2. Could be 2 consecutive outs that would ruin this leadoff errors, excuse me. Eston Snyder struck out. Colin Hughes now down in the count 1-2 with runners on first and second and 1 out. Here's the pitch home, and that's sky high for ball 2. So a 2-2 count now. Colin Hughes trying to work it back, find his pitch. 1 out, 10-7 ball game. Here's the pitch home, and he hits it to right center field. That's going to drop. They're going to get into second safely, and the bases are going to be loaded for the River Bandits. Great hit from Colin Hughes. Drops right in front of the center fielder Cole Mascalo's feet. J.B. Bell, our leadoff hitter, shortstop tonight after he was the extra hitter. Filling in for Brandon Phillips. Here's the pitch home. That sails high with the bases loaded for ball 1. A 3-run ball game, 10-7. Bases are loaded. Winning run at the plate, J.B. Bell. Fans are starting to get antsy, as am I. The 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. Nowhere for J.B. Bell to go. Colin Hughes is at first. Pitch home, way inside, 3-0 count. Doesn't look like anyone's working in the pen. They do have a position player out there, so it seems like they're very thin on pitching right now. Could be a big factor on why they're 2-6-1, because their bats look very good. So a 3-0 count for J.B. Bell. Here's the pitch home. Gets in there for strike 1. He watches that fastball on the outside corner. Working fast. Here's the 3-1. Oh, wow. Gets in there for strike 2. Looked inside. This is a massive payoff pitch for Folks and J.B. Bell at the plate. Working very fast. Here's the payoff. He rung him up. That was outside. Wow. Wow. And he's thrown out. Wow. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That was way outside. And coach gets thrown out of the game. Not even close. I can't believe my eyes. Everybody is upset here at the stadium, including everybody in the press box. Coach Crosby thrown out after our hitting coach Brandon was thrown out earlier in the game after a bad call. Multiple bad calls in this game. River Bandits still do have another batter. Brings up our third baseman, Preston Shelton.
That's what I was trying. Hey, I was trying.
So A wild rung up payoff pitch on J.B. Bell. Coach gets thrown out. Preston Shelton, our third baseman, at the plate. Still a chance to score as that ball sails high.
Let me hear you, Bandit fans.
That ball's popped up over in right field. Greer far under it, and he makes out number 3. Josh Folks is talking crap, even though he got a very favorable call. And that'll be the end of the 8th inning. Wow, bases are stranded. We'll see you here in just a moment in the top of the 9th. So we are back in the top of the ninth. A long intervention with the umpires and our owner Wayne. So that pitch is up there for ball one, as there was a mini brawl over on the Outer Banks Scallywags side as one of our players went and talked to them. That ball's fouled back. We're hoping, Jack Quincy, we're hoping we can pull it out in the bottom of the ninth, because OBX is talking a lot of junk. Their pitcher, Josh Folks, that ball's upstairs for ball two. Their pitcher, Josh Folks, was talking over to our side, and we took some reaction to it, walked over to them, started a mini brawl. After a unfortunate call, that ball's upstairs for ball three. Unfortunate call for the River Bandits, as there was 2 outs and that ball looked outside. Gets the call, must have clipped that inside corner. 3-1 is fouled above the stadium, makes it full. It'd be really satisfying to come out on top in the bottom of the ninth. Gonna have a lot of work to do. We gotta not let them score anymore right here. Here's the payoff, and that breaking ball misses upstairs. Pitch home, sails outside. Breaking ball misses. So Max Puckett is up at the plate. Aiden Feather, their cleanup hitter, just worked a walk. Pitch home, dribbler down the first base line, and they're gonna step on the bag. Jack Nielsen is for out number one. It advances him over to second though, in Aiden Feather.
Who's pinched? This number 16, who's this?
Number 16. Let's see who number 16 is. James Duncan, an outfielder. He looks at ball one.
Number 16, James Duncan.
Brock Arender still on the mound. The lefty-lefty matchup. Feather over at second base. Breaking ball gets in there for strike one. Arender's 1-1. Breaking ball hits that outside corner. It's at 1-2. River Bandits and Arender on the mound, trying to get out of this top of half of the ninth with a still 10-7 ball game. Keep it in reach. Hit over into our dugout and foul. Still a 1-2 count. This game ended up being a later one, as it's past 10 o'clock. These last few innings have been long, stretched out innings. Render looks over at Feather at second. His 1-2 pitch home. Outside for ball two. They pinch hit for Josh Folks, as he was the pitcher this past inning. That breaking ball just spoiled off. Phillips Daniels going to have a talk with Brock Arender. So the 2-2 looks over at Feather at second. He's dancing around. That breaking ball sails way high. Has to duck under that. Makes it full. Big pitch on the way. So we do have, it looks like Leighton Dupree working on the mound. Possibly someone else. It's kind of far from here, but someone is working on the mound in case a render has some trouble. Here's the payoff. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. Gets him swinging for out number 2. Looks like our owner Wayne is now the manager for tonight, as 2 of our coaches were sent into the dungeon. Brings up Hayden Freeze with Aiden Feather at second base. Hayden Freeze, a left fielder, had a couple of big moments this game. A lefty-lefty matchup as that misses. Crowd is not happy with it. Neither am I. Trying to stay positive here. So a 1-0 count. 10-7 ball game. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Big moment, trying to keep this game 10-7. That pitch low and in the dirt. 3 pitches, 3 strikes here against Hayden Freeze. Have to work his way back into this count. Don't want to give him any pitches to hit though, so there is a man in scoring position. Already down 10-7. Be better to walk him. And that pitch gets in there, upstairs corner. Great pitch. Didn't just give him a fastball down the middle. It's going to make him work at this at bat, 3-1. Looks over at second. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball gets in there for strike 2. Brings it full again, the 3rd full count of this inning. Can he get another strikeout to end this inning? Strand a man at second. And he strikes him out swinging. Hayden Freeze hacks at that ball for out number 3. Brock Arender strands a man at second, and the River Bandits have 3 final outs in the bottom of the 9th inning to try to tie this ball game up. We'll see you here in the bottom of the 9th as we're hoping for a River Bandits comeback. Armani Newton leading off for the River Bandits as that gets called for strike one. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, but that was not even close. Armani Newton looks over at the umpire. Brantley Cutler on the mound. That pitch sails upstairs for strike one. Already had 2 coaches thrown out, a little brawl. Armani Newton at the plate. 3-run ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. So there's a big swing and a miss from Newton. He's down on the count 1-2 against Brantley Cutler. Was their designated hitter tonight. Now he's on the mound for the save. Armani Newton looks at that one. Wow, that was low. That one kind of did look like a strike. So now a 2-2 count. Outside for ball 3. Would be massive to get a leadoff walk from Armani Newton as Jack Nielsen, one of our best hitters, is on deck. After that in the hole, Mitch Jones. Here's the pitch home. That hits the dirt for ball 4. Armani Newton works a leadoff walk. The River Bandits are in business. Brings up Jack Nielsen. Nielsen got hit by a pitch in our big scoring inning that brought us back into the game. Had an RBI. Bases were loaded when he got hit by that pitch. Now Cutler against Nielsen. Nielsen looks at strike 1. Cutler's 0-1 pitch. He swings, grounds to the third base side. They're going to go for 1 at second, and they don't make the play. He drops it. Jack Nielsen gets into first safely. They were greedy looking for the double play. And Armani Newton runs the bags fast, slides in safely. Second baseman can't maintain the ball. Mitch Jones up at the plate, our second baseman tonight, in a big spot this game. They need a hit. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses, looking for the Lansdowne. I am a Red Sox fan, by the way, so that's why I'm saying that. So a 1-2 pitch, or excuse me, 0-1 pitch. That is low for ball 1. Don't know where my mind went with that. Runners on first and second. Jack Nielsen at first. Armani Newton at second. A 1-1 count with Mitch Jones at the plate. Armani Newton's going to go to third as he pops that up. Oh, he's going to have to run back. The throw into second is going to be in time. Wow, a double play, and that just about throws off the River Bandits' chances as he was going to get into third safely. Mitch Jones flies it out to right field.
The center fielder, number 5, Brent Riddle.
Just an unfortunate turn of events there. Brent Riddle up at the plate. He looks at ball 1. Still 1 out remaining. Runner on first and Jack Nielsen. Brent Riddle, center fielder, looks at another ball. Have Phillips Daniels on deck. Gonna need some great 2-out hitting to get back in this ball game. So a 2-0 count against Riddle. He flies that into first base, foul territory, just out of play. 2-1 count. Pitch home is just outside for ball 3. Brent Riddle could work a walk. The tying run, and Phillips Daniels would come up to the plate. That would be a big time for him to hit a bomb. So that pitch is inside for ball 4. Brent Riddle works the walk. Just an unfortunate double play right before that as Armani Newton is thrown out at second after a fly out to right field from Mitch Jones. Brings up Phillips Daniels, has 2 singles and a double on the season. Does have a walk and 2 strikeouts. We're going to need a big at bat here from Daniels as Keith Gardner is on deck. He looks at that inside. He is the tying run. He hits his first bomb here. Would be the biggest moment of his River Bandit career so far. Phillips Daniels at Citadel had no home runs, so there's a strike in there. Hasn't hit a home run in a while. Doesn't seem to be his type of game. But who knows, a 1-1 count. He looks at strike 2. The Scallywags are 1 pitch away, ending this game 10-7. Pitch home, just inside. Wow, that was close. 2-2 count. So 2-2. Runners on first and second. He swings. He hits that into center field. Stung it. He's going to make the play for out number 3, and that'll end the game. He throws his glove up. And the River Bandits go down 10-7 against the OBX Scallywags. River Bandits fall to 7-5, and the Scallywags are now 3-6-1. Thank you all for watching the YouTube live stream. We really appreciate you joining. River Bandits fall 10-7 as the fans are not happy. There was definitely some discrepancy during the game. 2 coaches thrown out. Lots of fan interaction and a little scramble. Scallywags are hyped with the win. And that'll do it in Tarboro Municipal Stadium. I'll see you back here next Thursday. We have a few away games before that, but I won't be on the stream. So can't wait to see you all back on Thursday. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon.